Cochise County Jail District Board meeting is hereby called to order. Today is Tuesday, February 11th, 2025. We are in the Board of Supervisors hearing room at 1415 Melody Lane, Building G in Bisbee. Pursuant to ARS 38431.02H, the public will have access to the meeting room 15 minutes prior to the start of the meeting. You're also able to join us via Microsoft Teams or the mobile app or via phone. Any item on this agenda is open for discussion and possible action. Members of the Cochise County Board of Supervisors will attend either in person or by telephone, video, or internet conferencing. The board may permit public comment during the discussion of any item on this agenda. To speak on an agenda item, complete and return the speaker request form to the clerk of the board prior to the start of the meeting. We'll begin with roll call. District 1.
Crosby's here.
District 2.
Gomez is here.
District 3, Antonori is here. All supervisors are present and in person in the boardroom. We'll begin with a call to the public. First speaker up on the call to the public would be Miss Joanne Gasper. Is she she's present in person.
Much better to be present in person than on a telephone.
Good to see you, Ms. Gasper. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you very much.
All right.
My name is Joanne Gasper. It's good to be here to see you folks today. I currently reside in Hereford. We also own property in Sierra Vista. And it's my understanding that everybody agrees that we need a jail district. And there are only 2 ways that you can pay for a jail district in Cochise County, and that's through a sales tax, which is a consumption tax, or a property tax, which is a tax on savings. And it's my understanding that if you go the property tax route, we're all going to see about a 30 to 40% increase in our taxes. That's going to be difficult for us to swallow. The voters wisely voted to establish a jail district and a limited time sales tax to pay, so that there was the funding and the mechanism to plan, build, staff, train a new jail, because the one that was built 40 years ago was substandard when it was built. And unfortunately, it has not aged very well. It has not gotten better as the years have gone by. And as supervisors, I want to congratulate you, because Cochise County has, unlike Maricopa County, has excellent elections. And I would ask that you continue that. And there are some people who did not like the passage of the jail district, and so they've taken the county to court. And one of the issues that remains open is the mailing of ballots to, I call ghosts. These are inactive voters. And when I've worked on voter verification, it's surprising how many people live at an address, but they don't live there, and so they're ghosts. So we need to move forward in the jail district. We need to move forward with the time-limited sales tax, and we need to continue to support our elections. If we fail to move forward, the quality of life of citizens in Cochise County will be seriously endangered. On the one hand, law enforcement officers will have no place to put the bad actors. It'll be difficult for them to aggressively pursue the cartels because there won't be any room at the end. On the other hand, you can bet your bottom dollar the feds are keeping an eye on what's going on in Cochise County. And if they don't see us moving forward to correct the problems that we have in our jail, they will swoop in, and you folks will have no opportunity to have any say in what's done. The feds will tell us what to do, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it, and what we have to pay for it. And that money is going to be passed on to the taxpayers. So I encourage you to support the voters' decision for sales tax.
Thank you, Ms. Gasper.
And not send ballots to ghosts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we have another speaker, I believe, here. Next one up is Ms. Tamara Birch. Is Ms. Birch present or online? Ah, there she is.
Good morning, staff, Board of Supervisors, and residents attending this meeting in person. My name is Tamara Birch. I live in Bisbee, Arizona, and the Don Louis voting precinct. I'm an active voter. Thank you for allowing me to speak on this item. I thought you might have gotten a copy of it last at the January 28th meeting, but I'll read it just in case. This concerns the funding and the location of our Needed County Jail. It's now HCR 2021. Citizens voted for the building of and funding of a new, safe, sanitary, and uncrowded facility. The incarcerated individuals we made a promise to, our tax dollars were promised for this facility. We voted such. We need to make sure these promises are kept. The location should remain in Bisbee. The land, the utilities, the sheriff, and the local law enforcement staff, hospitals, distance to the courthouse, medical facilities are all available here. All point to Bisbee as being the cost-efficient best choice. The new facility should remain here in our county seat. Transportation costs, immediate needs, planning, organization should be acted upon in a financially efficient process in a reasonable amount of time. We should not burden our small rural communities by taking funds from the individual general funds to pay for our new jail. Community members and most of our mayors agree that our votes must be honored and the jail should be built as soon as possible with the funding that we voted for. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Tamara Birch.
Thank you, Ms. Birch.
Action number 3, is
Yes,
this, is that part of that? Or
We'll
no?
bring you back when we get to that item. Thank you, ma'am. All right, no additional call to the public for the open call to the public, so we'll move on. The consent agenda, items number 2. Any discussion on that?
That's on the minutes.
The consent agenda, you're good with it? No last minute discussion on items number 1 or 2?
Yeah, well, I do have a question. I guess this is a time that I can ask.
Yeah.
I was noticing on the demands that the amount for the professional services, which I gather is Shin.
Chin.
Yeah, Shin. It is in the department. It is being charged on this page to the Board of Supervisors. So I had a question about why that is on there and not directly going to the jail tax district.
Go ahead, Ms. Gilman.
Chairman, Supervisor Gomez, Supervisor Crosby. So the fund line is the jail district. Just to explain, the department column is the requesting department that put in the demand. So as you see, there's expenses related that the sheriff's office submitted. And when you get to that line for the CHIN planning, it's the Board of Supervisors because those invoices come to our department as the approval agent or department for the contract.
So it does get the 40,000, which I guess in the past couple of ones that we, the last one we agreed upon, that does go out of the jail tax.
Correct. It is
Okay.
that fund line is the jail district fund line for professional services.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that
You're welcome.
clarification.
Just for clarification, Ms. Gilman, the rest of them are against the MOE, right? The maintenance of effort. It's not broken out on the, that's the,
Yeah. Yes, sir. So at the fund line, you see the full GL line and then operations and maintenance, medical services, mental health and support care of persons. Those are all funded by the maintenance of effort.
great. That's all I needed. Thank you. All right, so the consent agenda is fine. So we motions to approve 1 and 2.
Mr. Chair, I move we approve demands and budget amendments for operating transfers.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Discussion?
Oh,
Sure.
discussion. I'm
So,
sorry.
Mr. Chair, are you satisfied that what we're doing is using money out of the general fund as opposed to money collected through the jail tax district?
Correct. The only money coming from the tax right now is going to fund the effort for the requirements for the design and eventually towards the building of the jail. And that's the Chin Group funding, which is directly related to the new jail. The rest of the money is coming out of the MOE, the maintenance of effort, which is general fund money.
Okay, thanks, sir.
I have a question, and I know this is probably water under the bridge, but I don't understand why we're looking at 10 sites when pretty much I think everyone, or at least my stand, is it's got to be in District 2, and it should be within the Bisbee area.
Yeah.
So that seems to me kind of a bad use of our money to look at 10 sites. when and I don't know what those 10 sites are. I've told that that's going to be our decision to make where it is. But I'll tell you, I'm not going to be in support of anything other than being in Bisbee or in District 2. So I'm just wondering why we have to look at 10 sites. Can someone clarify that for me?
So we have a working
Supervisors
meeting.
and Chair, if
Yeah.
please. Yeah.
So that's going to be another
Right, we have a
discussion,
working meeting where we can address that.
Yeah,
So
which will hopefully will be open, right? An open working session.
yes, it's open
All
meeting.
right.
So I just want to make sure we're just staying on with it, right? So the motion is to approve demands.
Chairman Antonin.
It's Mr. Bradshaw.
No, not right now, sir. Thank you. We'll get, it's not on the agenda, so we can't talk about it. So
Chairman Antonori, just to clarify, are you approving consent agenda
Yeah, we're
items
just
1
approving-
and 2?
yeah, just one and
Okay,
two.
the motion was only for 2.
Oh, for one? Oh, I was just trying to get a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Mr. Chair, I
Items 1
move
and
that
2.
we approve the consent agenda items 1 and 2.
All those in favor
Second
say, oh, it's seconded, I'm
Wait a
sorry.
second.
All right, and any discussion? None. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion passes 3-0. All right, the next item up on the discussion here will be the retention of legal counsel. So can I get a motion for agenda item number 3?
I have it handy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mr. Chair, I move we approve the retention of legal counsel Timothy Lasota to represent the Cochise County Jail District in the case of Daniel LaChance et al. Versus Cochise County et al. CV 24-0150-PR.
I second.
All right, so on discussion, we're going to go to Ms. Gilman for a quick explanation. I also want to talk to the board attorney on this because I did a little research and now I'm confused. I thought we had it clarified, but I'll let Ms. Gilman start out first.
Recommended be placed on the agenda
Right.
for, by the county attorney's office to clarify that Mr. Lasota is also representing the jail district in addition to, on this suit, in addition to all of their named parties like the county, Cochise County Board of Supervisors and the recorder and the elections director.
All right, so I just want to make sure, so Mr. Crea, the original hiring of Mr. Morgan didn't include both the jail district and the supervisors. They only hired him as supervisors. So I'm just saying, I know we're trying to get clarification, but in this case, because we are named in two capacities on the suit as the Board of Supervisors and the jail district, your recommendation is that we hired him already as the Board of Supervisors. We should also hire him as the jail district.
Correct. This
Okay.
is
All
a
right.
meeting of the Jail District Board and it can take action as the Jail District Board.
Okay, so I just want to make that clarification clear. So we're hiring him as the attorney for the jail district today. He's already been hired as the Board of Supervisors attorney. All right, so any other discussion?
Yeah, to me, it's still up for grabs if the board exists prior to the existence of the district and the election. And I don't mind covering all the bases as Mr. Correa talks about, but I think the whole election was a giant mess.
All right, any other discussion? None? All right, motion is on the floor to approve the retention of legal counsel. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, motion passes 3-0. All right, agenda item number 4, I have requested that item be removed from the agenda today, and we're going to conduct a work session regarding that to get some additional details. So agenda item number 4 is removed.
Can we have any
did I
discussion?
I missed something. I apologize. Agenda item number 3, Ms. Perch, do you want to come back up and speak to item number 3? I'm getting in a roll. I'm sorry. I missed you.
It's okay.
You have 3 minutes.
There's a learning curve going on here.
Okay.
Okay, so again, my name is Tamara Birch. I'm a voting member and a precinct committee person for Don Louis. And I'm a little confused about my tax dollars being used in this court case. I would just thank you for listening to me, and I just not knowing where my tax dollars are going, and for a Timothy Lasota to be retained as and approved for legal counsel. I personally don't approve of it myself. Just trying to understand now, no matter what, are my county tax dollars are going to pay for this lawyer? And who's paying for the other side? I don't know. Thank you.
All right, so that gets us to agenda.
Could I ask
You
a
can't
question?
because she didn't
No,
address,
okay.
oh,
Four?
or is tabled.
Tables, I can't see it.
Yeah, till we're going to have a
Work session?
work session, and then we'll put it back on the next jail district agenda item for approval. All right. Number 5. Can I get a motion? What's that? Somebody speak? No. Oh, number 5. Can I get a motion?
Mr. Chair, I move we approve Amendment 7 to contract number YH16-0018-13, revision of rates for state fiscal year 2025, SFY 25, between Arizona Health Care Cost Containment System and Cochise County.
I second.
All right. Any discussion? All right. Let's bring Ms. Kennedy forward, the director, so she can explain exactly what this contract mod is.
Morning, Chairman Antonori, Supervisor Gomez, and Supervisor Crosby. Thank you for having me here this morning. I am respectfully requesting your approval for the amendment number 7 to IGA between Arizona Healthcare Cost Containment System and Cochise County Detention Health Services that is solely to revise the rates for state fiscal year 2025. The agreement was originally put into effect in 2012, and this agreement allows for any of the individuals that are incarcerated within the Cochise County Jail for their access to be suspended rather than terminated whenever they are incarcerated, so that whenever they are released back into the community, that access is essentially put back into effect almost immediately, so there's not a lapse in care, and it helps with their community reentry and their connections to care whenever they are released. This also helps with our budget because the detention health services is charged at a significantly lower rate than whenever inmates are hospitalized. Since 2012, this IGA has continually saved the county hundreds of thousands of dollars annually, and the approximate increase in cost for this fiscal year is about 10 cents per claim.
Like the bargain.
Ms.
Any
Kennedy,
questions?
Could you tell us what your job description is?
I am the Director of Detention Health Services
Okay,
at the
thank you
Cochise
very
County
much.
Jail.
With regard to this grant, and it sounds like a good thing, do you have measures of effectiveness with the goal of people getting returned back into the community and hopefully staying healthy?
We have, excuse me, we have data that we gather annually as far as our effort that we put in for community reentry and how that affects the recidivism rate.
That's what I would be looking for, is recidivism rates.
Yes, we do. And I mean, our recidivism rates are down. I can't tell you that the data specifically reflects this IGA as being the proponent for
That's
that,
fine.
but it is.
Yeah, anytime you come before us with some kind of presentation, if you want to talk about recidivism and measures of effectiveness, I'll be all ears, because I'm very interested in the problem with addiction.
Thank you.
Any other discussion?
Nope.
None? All right, motion's on the floor to approve Amendment 7 to the contract. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes 3-0. All right, the next meeting for the regular board meeting of the Board of Supervisors will be immediately following this meeting today, February 11th, 2025, here in this very hearing room. The jail district meeting is hereby adjourned.